Sylvia Linnell, a rising regional builder here with Surge 365 Next Generation. Welcome, welcome, champions and guests, to the launching of the Next Generation CEO Work From Home business presentation. I am so very excited that you decided to join us. Historically speaking, those who have positioned themselves at the beginning of the industry or very close to that beginning have been able to earn hundreds, thousands, if not millions of dollars. Why? Because they were positioned correctly. For example, look at Ray Kroc, founder of McDonald's, or Garrett Camp, Uber founder. Or how about Reed Hastings, who launched Netflix? Right now, you are in position to be in front of something absolutely amazing. You will have the same opportunity to be in first, just like those I just mentioned and those who have gone before you. But I'm not the one who will cover that with you. I'm going to introduce you to a young lady who positioned herself at the tail end of a company in voice over internet protocol. Now, because of that, she earned a six-figure income and was awarded the company car. Now, I happened to be present to witness seeing her being presented the keys to that fabulous BMW. And the next project that she positioned herself in front of was at the tail end of a huge project in travel. During this time, she's been able to amass dozens and dozens of $1,000 bonuses and thousands of dollars in overrides. She positioned herself so that she earned four $10,000 plus bonuses. And by plus, I mean more and more overrides. In addition to that, she was able to earn the $50,000 challenge, which is that coveted $25,000 bonus. You'll learn more about that as we go along. But wait, there's more. She produced not one, but two $50,000 challenge bonus earners from her team, Leslie Johnson and Maurice Hendricks. But wait, there's more. She wears the Wealth Builder ring worn by less than a dozen people in our company, signifying that she earned between $100,000 and $249,000 in a year's time. Now, she earned this kind of income coming in at the backside of the projects. Just imagine what she would have earned had she been positioned at the beginning of these projects. She is my cousin. I have an amazing amount of respect for her. Her goal is not that you know so much about what she's done, but just know that she's here to teach you how to do the same thing. Because as we launch this brand new project, you're sitting where she was just 2.5 short years ago. I have to say that because that's a short period of time to earn that kind of money. Because as we launch this project, again, you're sitting where she was just 2.5 short years ago. Champions and guests, please help me welcome to the webinar, top producing marketing director, my cousin, my friend, my mentor, here to help all of us go to that next level, Miss Janice Parker, Coach JP.
Yeah, that is, girl, you get gooder. Oh, wait a minute, I think I saw Rosa. You get better and better all the time.
Thank you.
You can't hear me, so.
I do, I hear you now.
Okay. Wonderful champions. You know what, my beautiful cousin and I, what I love about the fact that we are cousins is that, of course, we've been cousins all our life, but we've only known for like 2 years, 2.5 short years. Since we've known that we were actually cousins, but she is a beautiful person inside and out. You can hear the professionalism, how eloquent she is, how well spoken she is. like one day I'm gonna be a Toastmasters sounding person myself. But listen, what my cousin did not tell you is that she is a team builder on our team, and that is the highest paid position because you can make the most money there. She's on her way to regional builder, but not only is she on her way to earning 5 $1,000 bonuses to be regional builder, she has 3 champions on her team that are lined up just like she is to become regional builders. So congratulations, cousin. And to those of you who are on the line, it means nothing to you right now, but when I say $1,000 bonuses, I think that does. Cousin, they may not know what a regional builder is, but everybody know what 5 $1,000 bonuses means. I think we all know, right? Let's just look at some of the messages in the chat. They are shouting you out over there, Miss Sylvia. You did a great job. Well, champions, you heard my cousin sing the accolades, and I appreciate that so much. One of the things I want to share with you is tonight we really want to just kind of have some real talk because I have been where 26 million Americans sit right now, and cousin, that's just 26 million Americans that recently filed. That has nothing to do with the people that have filed before we ran into this particular situation. I remember when the dealership closed, I was a traditional business owner prior to the recession. There was 9/11. That knocked a lot of us out. And then, we had we had the recession, and my bank had loaned us $2.5 million because they recalled the $2.5 million when they filed bankruptcy 33 months later. A company we had doing $21 million a year in sales was doing 0. We could not clear a $500 check on Valentine's Day 2011. That was not a sweetheart day. We locked the doors to our dealership literally that particular day, family. And at that point, my life went from sugar to sugar honey iced tea overnight. Lost the house, the cars, the friends, the credit cards. Like, cousin, there's a place called Mercury Pawn in Hampton. And when I walked in, they would say, "Hey, Miss Parker, that's not good. That means you come a few too many times." But I say that, guys, and I say it a little bit in jest, but it was very painful times to say this. Listen, I understand where a lot of people are. Tonight, what my cousin and I simply want you to know is that just like she's taking advantage of an opportunity, you have the opportunity to take advantage as well. But I want to read a disclaimer to you because I want you to understand. Tonight, what we're not doing is we're not offering you something like, a pie in the sky pipe dream, get rich quick thing. This is a business. And because of such, we do have a disclosure. Now, I'm going to break this disclosure down the way my grandmother would. You can't just talk the talk. You got to walk the walk. Or the way my young people will today when they say you can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. In other words, the harder you work, like my cousin Sylvia, the more money you're going to make. Does that make sense? So let's just have real talk tonight. I want to ask you some questions. Do you believe that the world as we know it has changed? I remember, cousin, on Independence Day, and there was a song, "It's the End of the World as We Know It." That's how I feel. Like, I feel that way, that this world has changed. And a lot of us, like I was talking to Rhonda last night, and she was saying, what will my plan be now has to become my plan A. See, some people have a plan B, but the question is, what is your plan for this new world? Because what we knew back in the day may not be the same. And do you mind exploring different options? I was speaking to a pastor today, and we were talking, and he said, well, one of the things I don't want to do, he said, a lot of my friends are just not into things like these. And I said, listen, a lot of your friends that were not into something like these 6 months ago are part of that 26 million. So there are people in your phone right now that need to hear what we're about to share with you. So there's only one thing I'm going to ask you, or 3 questions I'm going to ask you at the end of this presentation. The question number 1 is this for you? And that's either a yes or no. If it's a no, then we're going to say, listen, B, who do you know? Who is in your cell phone that we can help earn an extra couple $1,000s per month? Or C, is it for you and we can help them earn? Some people that earn a couple of $1,000s a month. Because if I were to ask you right now, do you know anyone that's uncertain that's employed, still employed, but they're not certain about their future? A lot of my friends are saying, I'm working, but the handwriting is on the wall. Things have changed drastically over the course of the last 45 days. Who do you know, or do you know anyone that's working currently from home, like their jobs have literally sent them home because they can't open the doors anymore? Who do you know that was employed, or as Scott said, they're employed, but they're making less. He says, and this is the CEO of our company, he says it seems to be that it's a 20% pay cut for most people across America, not to mention there are a whole bunch of people, 26 million, that are unemployed or furloughed, which is the same thing as unemployed, and they've lost their total income. Like, they don't have anything coming in. And I remember, cousin, you've heard of Nathan's Pawn over in Virginia Beach off Lynn Haven Boulevard, right?
Right.
They had a segment on the news where Nathan's Pawn is, of course, extending out the first payment for things that people pawn or what have you. But there was a line going all the way up Lynn Haven Boulevard of people in their cars coming to pawn their valuable things that they worked hard for, you know, and they care about, and they're having to pawn those things. So the question is, do you know anybody who's essential? They're on those front lines. Thank God for all of them taking care of us, but working in those dangerous conditions. And the question then is, which category are you in? If you're watching this presentation right now, which category are you in? Because the fact remains, there is a possibility to fix some, if not all of that. So my question to you is, what if you could replace your income and never have somebody tell you you're going to be furloughed, laid off, take a 20% cut, be essential and on the front lines, or, you know, we're going to force you to go home? I mean, what if you could replace that income and never have to worry about that again? Or what if you could just earn an additional $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, or enough to earn, you know, have a better lifestyle, or maybe even enough to replace an income if you've lost it? There are 26 million Americans that have lost their income. I can't stress that enough. That's just the number of people who file for unemployment, champions. That doesn't include everybody. Not to mention, what if you could work from home and possibly maybe even make more working from home than you did at your current employment? Or, hey, if that's possible, how? Right? That would be the question. If it's possible, how is that? Well, I'm going to go old school on you, because grandmother would say, God bless the child that has his own. My grandmother was the help once upon a time, and she decided one day that if she could clean the house for this one family, she could go in business for herself and clean multiple houses. Grandmother believes you should own your own business. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Not us hiring anybody, but you starting your very own home-based business, one that you have tax benefits and that you're able to create an income, because right now, champions, is the best time ever to build a business network. Why? There are 26 million possibilities, and that's just in the United States. That does not include all of the countries that our business actually operates in. Family, let me tell you, some of the biggest millionaires, the Rockefellers, right? Hershey, you know, they built their business when there was a great recession. Miller, right? These companies, Coors, these companies figured out a way to serve the public, and right now is going to be the best time. Because listen, there are people, and God bless everybody that's experienced something physically or, you know, health-wise. We are praying for each and every one of you, but we are also out here to help those millions and millions and millions of people that are financially affected. If you could align yourself with a company that has a proven track record, and you could make thousands of dollars for your household right now, would you? Is that something that you would do? Even if you had to do it part-time, would you? See, grandmother used to say, it's not what you know, but who you know. These three gentlemen, Scott, Coach, and Chris, they've helped thousands of people just like you, just like me, just like my cousin, to earn significant income working from home. Now, I know that looks like I'm on a ship, but this is my lazy boy right here. I'm at home. You're at home, right? We're able to build our business where? Right from home. But not to mention, they did it when the great stock market crashed in the early 2000s. They did it when 9/11 hit and businesses were scrambling to make it. They did it in the Great Recession. Now, here's the crazy thing. Through all of that, along the way, what they've done is they paid to us in the field over 50,000 of the $1,000 bonus checks. They paid to us in the field 600 of the $10,000 bonus checks. My cousin talked to you about those. They paid to us in the field 6 of those $1 million bonuses. Now, I say us, but I'm not in that. I'm going to get there, though, cousin. Right? But they paid it to the field, right? And they produced more than 200 seven-figure earners. And the young man that reached out to me is one of those people. So So family, there is hope. There is hope, and you don't have to leave your house in order to do it. Family, they're doing it, and they're doing it again. Here is the thing. Warren Buffett says this. He says that to increase your wealth, you must start a business. Now, grandma said, God bless the child that has his own. Potato, right? But there is a caveat that he added to that he said, listen, the things that you like to do should become a hobby of yours. The things that the world does should become a what? Business of yours. Now, our product happens to be the number one industry in the entire planet. 700% bigger than Google, eBay, Microsoft, and Apple all rolled up into one. You multiply their revenue by 700%. That's how big travel is. Now, travel is essential to the world economy. So as soon as things start to open up a little bit, look at China. As soon as things opened up a little bit, they got flights in and out of China. You can't come to America, but they have flights in and out, right? The thing is, many countries, their economies thrive on travel and tourism, and that's what we bring to the marketplace. Now, with our travel and tourism, we know that the demand will explode. Now, right now, Chipotle, most restaurants, you can come in, you can order through DoorDash or Grubhub, but they're not serving you in their restaurant. Well, we are not necessarily serving up travel, but here's what we know. All of those canceled vacations will be rescheduled. All those weekend getaways, and I'm ready for mine right now, that are therapeutic will be rebooked. Families, even though we're spending time at home with our family, we want to go somewhere. My mom said to me last night, Sylvia, she said, can we just go riding somewhere? Can we just get up out of here, right? Right, resorts and cruises are going to be offering the best prices ever. Listen, billions of dollars will be made, and the question is, will you get your share? That's the only question. Well, you may be saying, okay, coach, how would I get my share? Very simple. A, we're going to provide you with your own travel site that allows you to make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So consider yourself a miniature Expedia, a miniature Priceline. That's exactly what that is. Not to mention, my cousin, I think you said you've earned the Princess Cruise Line cruise. Yes. Through your travel agency. You've already gotten accredited and all that good stuff.
Yes, got my certificate and all.
Right. Now, I think, do you remember what the value of that cruise is with Princess? For 21 days, I think it's like $13,900.
Yes.
And how much do you pay for the cruise? Not including port fees, but as far as the cost of the cruise, what do you pay?
Nothing.
Zero. So we're going to show you a little bit more about that, right? Listen, you can get all of your accreditation, like right now while you're at home, you can do all of that. See, because Scott, Coach, and Chris and our agents have generated over $3 billion in travel sales through the great, through the bubble bursting, through the Great Recession, and through 9/11. That's what travel just in our space has done. Paid out $250,000 to the travel agents in our platform. $250 million. Let me get that straight. $250 million. So this is what your Vortex looks like. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like Expedia. So, because you're a miniature what? Expedia. But here's the difference. Your friends and family can get free access, but they're booking all the same stuff, by the way. But here's the difference. They get to save 85% of the time, and you get a check for 60% of whatever they save. So if they save $1,000 hypothetically, Sylvia, you would get a check for $600. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Even though they didn't call you and tell you they were booking on your website, you'd be okay?
I'm okay.
What if they shared your link with somebody you didn't know and they booked and saved $1,000 and you got a check for $600?
Okay.
That's the power of that. But my cousin and a lot of her champions, listen, they discovered this. They know that people are going to be traveling. Listen, I think it's Patrice Johnson and Suge and Leslie. They already have a trip booked to Bali for next year. People right now are paying because they want to go with them to Bali on next year. Family, people still going to be wanting to get married overseas. You can do destination weddings. We've got staff on hand to help you. We've got all of the training. You get to do what my cousin did and earn a free vacation, not to mention you get to qualify for industry credentials and benefits. Now, here's a perk that I love. See, what we as CEOs, now this is not for our customers. This is just for people like Sylvia, myself, Rosa. This is just for us. We have wholesale international travel where we save 100% of the time up to 70% off. I've seen it up to 77% off. Now, cousin, I had somebody ask me, they said, well, how is it that your company can offer the savings? Why isn't it that if Expedia is a big company, they don't know about the 70% discount? And what I told them is they do know. They just ain't gonna give it to you. That's all. They know that it exists. They just choose to mark it up and keep it as profit. We give it to our CEOs so that they can enjoy travel. Not to mention shopping, you know, Macy's, Bloomingdale, Neiman Marcus, Walmart, Target, all of those things. And we earn reward credits on everything, cousin. Like when people book through your Vortex and take a trip and you get paid a check, they also send you reward credits. Charlize was able to have enough reward credits to go round trip to Brazil, y'all, for $33. And that was just the processing fee, right? So that she really, really, really went for free, she and her husband. So here's what we know. Vacations are not just fun, they're necessary. They do things that help to benefit you, you know, health-wise. And so we know that what we do is therapeutic. You know, one time I had a young man say, what do we do? And I said, you know, I'm in the medical field. And he said, well, you know, what medical field? And I said, I sell vacations. And he's like, how is that in the medical field? Well, because these are the health benefits that come along with travel. These bullets are not from us, but from the Journal of American Medical Association, Wisconsin Medical Journal. You can see that right at the bottom. We just copied and pasted it off their website so that you understand it's not just us that saying vacations are necessary. This is, you know, medical proof that they're actually very, very necessary. So we know we have an amazing product. We know we do. But in order to prove to the world that vacations are necessary, we're going to make sure that you joining our platform never miss one. Every single year that you're in business with us, we're going to provide you with an 8-day, 7-night vacation. You go wherever you want. Now, next year, you may not want to go international. I don't know. But listen, cuz I could go to Virginia Beach right now for 8 days, 7 nights and be okay. It's 42 minutes that way. like literally be okay. But family, it does, right. Every 12 months for the rest of your life that you're in business with us, whether you make a sale or earn a commission, there are no requirements. Just be a CEO in our platform. Join our cause of helping people to enjoy life. And we're going to make sure that we comp you on a vacation every single year. And even if you can't go one year, you just activate it and you can go the next year. So if you wanted to take 2 the next year, because you know we're going to give you another one that next year, you can do that. That's a pretty powerful thing. Now, we have all of these different resorts worldwide, but you can make big money right now, even with limited travel bookings. Let's just put those chairs on the table like they did at the restaurants, like at Chipotle, right? Let's just block that area off. Even with limited travel bookings right now, we can help you share this. You see, you know, on this webinar platform with other people that you know, and guess what? It's not something that you have to talk about because we're already experienced trainers. We can talk about it for you. We're going to show you how to earn while you learn. So when you get started, let's just consider yourself a trainee. You are a trainee and you've got to get yourself to trainer. Let's just play hypothetically. Well, every sale that you make, the first 3 sales that you make, the company is going to pay you not only $30 initial compensation, they're going to pay you $142.84 in deferred comp plus $10 per month. That's on one person. That's not on the whole 3. That's one. So they're going to multiply that by 3. So once you have your 3 sales of our total compensation plan opens up to you because you're promoted to something we call team builder. If you're a team builder, wave your hand. Wave your hands. So she's gone from being trainee to trainer. And look, Libby Griffin raised her hand, right in the app. So you're gonna earn $90 in initial compensation, $428.52 in your bonus bank, not to mention $30 in residual income. For those, that's for the total of the first 3. So now you're promoted to something we call team builder, like Sylvia, which means you're gonna earn more money. Now, exactly what does that mean? Well, now you are the trainer. So because you're the trainer, when anybody falls into Sylvia's organization, she earns $20 just because she's now the trainer and they're falling into her team builder group. Well, when you have your 3, you become a team builder like Sylvia. You earn $20 every time somebody falls into your team builder group. And these are not your personal sales. Now, here's what's bananas, Sylvia. They deposit when somebody on your team, in your team of the group, helps somebody else. They deposit 142 into your bonus bank and 142 into their bonus bank.
Wow.
Bananas, right? On the same person. Not to mention, when those 142s add up to $999 and some change, they cut the team builder like Sylvia a check for $1,000. Remember I told you she's on course to earn 5 of those $1,000 bonuses? That's what I'm talking about. And a lot of the income that you earn when you get to this level is not on just your efforts. They are the efforts of your team and the people they know in their cell phone. Beautiful thing about it is this. You can earn money really fast. So let me just show you how. Let's start with one person. One. Let's help them complete their training by getting what? 3 sales of our top package. Now, then let's help those 3 that they helped that came out of where? Their cell phone. Let's help them help those 3 to earn what? 3. Got it? Now, train now, because the 3 had 3, which is 9. We train those 9 to get what? Help them to get through their training by getting what? 3, so that they're promoted to team builder like you, like Sylvia. Well, we do the same thing with those 27 new team members. Let me just show you. Remember, you are helping each of the new people complete their own training. That's what you're doing. So watch this. Let me just show you something. One person. You help that one person enroll those 3. Remember, those 3 enroll the 9. The 9 enroll 27. The 27 complete their training by enrolling 3 each, which is 81. You add those all together, Sylvia, that's 121 people because you helped how many? One person. Now, what's crazy is this. Watch the money, though, right? You helped how many? 1, right? That you helped 3. Look at the total income at this point. $20 in overrides for each of those sales. That did not come out of what? Oops, sorry, Phoebe. Sorry. Your cell phone. $20 per. That's $2,420. All you did was, help them get some people on a Zoom webinar, right? But wait, as Sylvia said, there's more. Every time Savvy Sales, happens in your team builder group, what you're going to earn is $1,000. Well, 121 divided 7 into that is 17. 17 times $1,000 is what? 17,000. Is that bananas? Now remember, that's helping one person, right? Watch this. Because you're over 100 active team builder sales, the company cuts you a check for $10,000. 10,000. Not one time, but every time you have 100 active new sales, they cut you a check for $10,000. Well, Sylvia, that's $29,400. Here is the beautiful thing. What if it took you 12 months to get there? That's still over $2,000 per month that you've earned just for helping one person. How many people do you think you're connected to that fits one of those categories that we asked about earlier? Got it? You multiply and do the math, you're paid on all sales in your team builder group, regardless of who made the sale. So watch this. We have a 100-day challenge. For a limited time, if you allow us to help you bonus that $10,000 in your first 100 days, the company, and remember, that's just one team builder sale per day. The company is going to pay you an additional $25,000 bonus, $5,000 a month for 5 months. That's $25,000, Sylvia, plus $29,000. I calculate $54,000. What you get?
That's what I get.
$54,000. Now, let me ask you a question. And I know stimulus is great, but why not stimulate your stimulus? That might sound funny.
That's good.
Right? What I'm saying is, champions, yes, we'll take everything that government will give us, but we want to go out there and get our own. And $50,000 in somebody's household in the next 100 days, which will put us, May, June, July, sometime in August, but all along you're earning. Come on, y'all. Amazing what you can actually do. So if we let's close out with this. If we start to look long term as far as our rewards and recognition platform is concerned, that money I just showed you is right now, but there are things that you're able to do and move your career into this platform so that again, we talked about in the beginning, what if you could create an income that nobody else could furlough you, lay you off, make you essential, send you home, whatever the case may be. And that's in our very, very lucrative director platform. And as a director, I can tell you, it is one of the most comprehensive and aggressive, upper echelon of any company. Now watch this. Level 1 director is 250 people. Now you may be thinking to yourself, as my coach says, that's a lot. But if you help Sylvia, one person, generate 121 people, what happens if you help 2 people generate 121 people? Aren't we going to pop over to 250 at some point real soon? So it doesn't take a lot. Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to say to you. So while it may look like something daunting, it's not. 250 people every single month, the company's going to send you a $1,000 bonus plus anywhere between $1,500 to $2,500 per month as your team is growing to level 2. Now, level 2 is 500 people. Malcolm will say, well, just help each of the 250 get 1. We're not even talking about 3 now, Sylvia, right? Each of the 250 get 1. You're a level 2 director. They're going to let you pick out a charger or a challenger and pay you between $2,000 and $4,000 every single month. Now, Sylvia, this has nothing to do with your $1,000 bonuses. It has nothing to do with your overrides. It has nothing to do with your $10,000 bonus. It has nothing to do with your deferred comp. It has nothing to do with any of that. This is money that's going to come in every month, whether you break a sweat or not. This is what we call residual income. This is the Michael Jackson, God bless, rest his soul, is not with us, but his estate still earns more money today than it did before. Because there's an income that he created that is reproducing itself every single month. And every single month that it reproduces itself, you get a check. It's called creating some security. See, life is going to happen again. So we had the bubble burst. About 10 years later, 9/11, about 10 years later, 20 years later, 18 years later was the recession, right? 9/11, 2000. No, that was 8 years, 9 years? Anyway, it was like 18 years. And then 12 years later, we've got this. So if you look at American history, every so many years, there's something. The question is, are you going to be reactive next time or proactive? See, we're talking about not just helping you make sure you're okay now, but we're talking about helping you make sure you're okay in the future. See, because even though they're going to give you the BMW, the Jaguar, or the Mercedes, and now you got to give back the Dodge, this car is going to go in your driveway. Rosa said she's just going to have to buy another house. She's not going to, I said, you going to build a garage for it? And Rosa said, no, I'm buying another house to put your car in. And the $7,000 a month or the $12,000 a month, family. And I like to have fun because I like to keep it jovial, but I want you to realize how serious it is. $12,000 coming into your household every single month, no matter what happens in the economy, no matter what happens with travel, no matter what happens with anything, because you've been a blessing to a whole lot of people, is equivalent to having $1.2 million sitting in an investment account, earning 10% and you living off $12,000 a month. That's the interest. So we're not talking about you just, the toys are nice. And making $20,000 a month and driving a Lamborghini, Bentley, or Ferrari is nice. But more importantly, family, it not only secures your future, but it secures your children's future. Because this income, God forbid anything ever happens to you, passes to your spouse, and then to your children, and then your children's children. If there's no spouse, straight to the children. Listen, family, look at where we are right now. The income that we thought that we were okay with just 60 days ago, for a lot of people, 26 million minimally, has proven not to be so. But this is an income that you can create, and no matter what happens, it continues to pay your family. I think we've just discovered, at least 26 million of us, that those checks are not going to pay our family. Did we figure that out, cousin? I think
quickly.
That's what we just quickly. Guys, you see how quickly this thing turned around. We paid six of those $1 million bonuses. Now, I want to have real talk. Listen, level 1 may take you 6 months to a year to get there. In the meantime, are you okay with $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month? Level 2 may take you a year to 2 years. Level 3, 3 to 4. Level 4, 4 to 5. We don't know. The faster you know and help people, of course, the faster you're going to grow. This may be 8, 9, 10 years from now. This may take you 12. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is life is going to keep what is that? Time keeps on creeping into the future. Life it's going to keep coming. The question is, how are we going to show up next time? Reeling, like we did the last 2 times, or we're going to show up next time okay, but not just we show up okay. What our business is about is you helping some other people to show up okay. So what do? A, if it's for you, let's get you started now. You get the top ownership package. It's $4.99, $99 a month. We're waiving that fee for the next 2 months, possibly the next 3 or 4. We don't know, but it's a one-time thing. It's a limited stimulus offer that where we're helping people. Oh, wait a minute, no monthly fee for 90 days. You don't even have to worry about overhead for the first 90 days, and it still counts towards your vacation reward. So you will still get credit for those 12 consecutive months. I love this company. So you start building your network. We're going to invest in you. We're going to train you. We're going to teach you. We got leading edge technology, immediate income potential. You can start earning as soon as you sign up immediately. We've got expense tracking app because now as a business owner, you get to participate in the other tax plan. Oh, you thought it was one? No, there's one for the people who work for other people, and there's one for the people who work for themselves. Now you get to participate in that one where you work for somebody else and the other one, right? But on the other side, there are a lot of benefits to being in business for yourself. We'll get with you on that. Virtual trainings from the company, from the founders, from the directors. So it can be your plan B, is what I'm saying. I was talking to Rhonda yesterday, and she was saying that, she works for, I think it's General Motors, and they had some cases and they had to let people go home. Here's a way that you can add certainty to your future. Replace some income, get some additional income, do it now and later, do it. Does that make sense? It's totally up to you. You determine how much you get paid. But here is what we saw, and I saw this quote, and my mentor, Scott Tomer, saw this quote, and he said a lot of people are feeling this way. One lady said, I am less worried about losing my life than I am about losing the life I built. Because, cousin, we've been working hard. Yeah. We've got ourselves to a certain place, and literally the road, like I said that we went from sugar to sugar honey iced tea in 33 months with the dealership. When the recession hit, people have gone from sugar to sugar honey iced tea in 45 days. So our goal is very simple. We want to help as many of you to help as many other people as we possibly can, right? So my question is this: are you the person where this is for you? Well, if that's the case, we want you to get back with the people that invited you to this particular platform and let them know and tell us what you need so we know how to craft a platform or a game plan that's specifically designed for you. That's A. Or B, it's not for you. And if it's not for you, here's what we say. Don't be like the guy where the king gave out the talents and the first guy who got the one put the talent in a hole and didn't tell nobody, didn't invest it, didn't help anybody else. Does that make sense? Didn't get a return, right? Make sure that you get with the person who invited you and go through your phone and let them share this with people out there who are hurting. Because if 26 million people lost their employment, I dare say you know some of them. Yes or yes? Of course. Or C, you are interested and you want to share it with people that you know. Well, let's get you started so that we can help you help them to get started as well. Cousin, it has been my pleasure to share with each of the champions. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow night at 9:30. Why don't you share with them, of course, time and place tomorrow. And listen, family, I look forward to serving you again then. God bless each and every one of you. I'll turn this back over to my cousin.
Real talk. I appreciate you, Coach. Listen, I'm like you. This is an incredible opportunity. And I really thank you for sharing this life-changing, life-sustaining opportunity. Listen, champions and guests, this is an answer to somebody's prayer. To own a business, to become a CEO, to work from home, to position themselves to earn those extra couple of thousands or more dollars a month. Be a blessing and invite your friends and relatives or someone you know who may be looking for an opportunity like this. Join us tomorrow night, Thursday at 7 o'clock on www.nextgenwebshow.com. Same place, same time. Well, no, 7 o'clock. That's NEXGENWEBSHOW.com and get more information. Thank you for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And remember, be a blessing to someone who needs to be blessed. Get started now. Become a CEO and help them do the same, owning their own business. This webinar is officially over.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good job, cousin. You good, girl.